And now, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
And yes, welcome to the Consumer Quarterback Show, all about helping you win in any marketplace, helping you understand your buying decisions, making you more street smart here on the show. And we do that every day by bringing on expert contributors to the program, local area business owners, CPAs, financial advisors, local nonprofits as well. We highlight a lot of the local nonprofits here on the show as well to help you kind of get a feel for what's happening in the community. A lot of good things happening here in Tampa Bay. Of course, a lot of people are moving to the area. One of the biggest census data reports came out. New York and California lose over 600,000 in their population, 600,000 people for lower tax states, and also goes on to talk about the reasons why. But Florida and Texas, of course, picked up the most of those folks that are moving down, and that's off based on the latest data. Illinois ranked number 3rd, losing over 114,000 residents as well. So people are voting with their feet and driving their vehicles down and making Tampa Bay, of course, one of the hottest real estate markets in the country. So the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, my wife Lindsay and I own that top team. And something really cool just happened with Keller Williams. We launched a real estate school. So now if you or someone you know or love or like and trust wants to get their real estate license, we will pay for the real estate school. And it's powered by Kaplan, so it's a great opportunity to get licensed. It's an online course, and you say, well, why would I want to do that? I'm already successful at this or that. Well, it's a nice side hustle for you. You make side income by just simply referring people in and letting us take care of their buying side, the selling side, investing side. And then you can also get paid. You get a 25% referral fee just for referring people in to the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. By the way, we're a top 1% ranked real estate team here in Tampa Bay, so your clients are going to be taken well taken care of. Reach out to the hotline. We'd love to talk to you. Anybody you hear on the show today, you want a connection, you want to be connected to these folks, we'd love to do that for you. 813-917-1894.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-917-1894, consumerqb.com. Follow us online at Brandon Rhymes1 on Instagram, Twitter, and Getter now as well. YouTube. So we're all over social. We got 1,700 videos now on our YouTube channel the last time I looked. So that number keeps growing. So a lot of folks tuned into the show, people calling in, wanting to get mortgage advice, real estate, credit, finance, estate, and tax planning. A lot of different ways we can help you here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we got a great lineup for you today. We're going to talk to our official restaurant partner. He's the owner and also the head chef over at Ours Creole Smokehouse, Douglas Clark, going to be on the program here later in the show. We also have MANNY Febre representing Febre Frameworks as well. You've heard Sean and Jeanette on over the years, longtime friend of the program. They just recently appeared on TV, on HGTV. They were a lot of their photography was utilized in their videos. Were utilized on that show. And we also have Thomas YOUNK, one of our nonprofit partners here with the Consumer Quarterback Show. Cons Helping Cons, free to serve on Facebook, and you can find him there as on Facebook. And he's going to talk about pending legislation in criminal justice bills that are actually up for vote right now in the Florida state legislation. So interesting stuff coming up here on the program. We always like to feature our real estate listings here live on air to help our sellers profit more and to kind of give you a taste of what's happening out there in the real estate market. We've got 6806 Pearson Lane right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. This is a rural opportunity. So you've got acres of land here at Pearson Lane up in Wesley Chapel, 6806 Pearson Lane. You got 1,700 plus square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 6 acres, no HOA, and of course you have a den as well. Beautiful property here in Tampa Bay. The home is only 3 years old, centrally located, close to shopping and dining and entertainment right there in Pasco County, 6806 Pearson Lane. Great opportunity here in beautiful Tampa Bay. How about 15806 Adobe Drive? This is a 2-story home, Pasco County, owners motivated. You've got 8 bedrooms and multiple bathrooms as well. So this is a large home. You could rent it out. 15806 Adobe Drive, 2,600 plus square feet. 4 bathrooms, 8 bedrooms, gas and a wood-burning fireplace combination, stainless steel appliances, lots of upgrades, beautiful property here in Tampa Bay. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
This is God's country.
All right, let's go to the phone lines here. We got Thomas YOUNK back on the program, and Happy New Year to you, my friend.
Thank you. It has been already.
Excellent. Yes, sir. How so? What's going on in your world?
Man, just been a lot of people getting out, and we've been blessed that they found us, and we've gotten them jobs and housing. So, I mean, can't ask for anything more. People are being blessed.
Well, give us a recap. So people are getting out. So you help people with the rehabilitation process, getting acclimated back into society, and your organization is Cons, helping Cons free to serve. Give us a little background.
Well, it started in 2013 when I was in prison. I noticed people are getting out and coming back and getting out and coming back, and I asked them why, and they said, well, we can't find jobs, we can't find housing because of our felony status. So I vowed at that time when I got out I was going to do something to help them. So long story short, started Cons, helping Cons, and I've worked great relations up with employers, and I explained to them how, somebody comes out and they're on probation, they're going to be your best worker because they have to come to work every day, and they're just happy to be out. And that has proven true. And we've been having very good luck lately with people offering up rooms in their homes for housing, just because we can't find any homes to rent, because it's such a tight rental market. So God is coordinating all this. It's working out very well. So just the other day, a guy got out. He called me. I understand now when you get out of prison, they give you a packet that's called the 211 packet, and my name is in there. So he called and said, hey, can you help me? We had him a job within a day. We had him a house that evening. So that's how blessed things are.
Wow, that's amazing. So job within a day, and he found housing as well, and yep. You're the architect of that.
Well, God works through me.
That's great, man. That's awesome. You are a saint here on earth, man. That's a lot of good work you're doing. So these people come out, a lot of them they have limited education, I would assume, in many cases. So their background is a little bit rough, but you can help them get jobs because think about it. A lot of employers are looking right now, and if they're if they're in the back of the office, stacking boxes in a warehouse or getting ready for delivery, those types of things, that's a good place for them to start to kind of get acclimated back into the public.
That's exactly what it takes. Yes.
Yep. And so it's kind of a triangle, so to speak. So they got to have the income, they got to have the housing, and then of course the employment is there as well. So employers are looking, and these folks are coming out. And you were introduced, by the way, through our mutual friend, Captain Will Smith with Will Smith Aviation. Had a similar story, came out of prison and had some, rough starts, but was able to build himself back up, wrote a couple books. We got a movie we're working on now together as well. So it's really interesting to see his progression as well.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and you're able to, help folks coming out. And what would be the message to the listeners out there that are saying, people watching our TV show version, or maybe they're watching a reshare on social media, the idea for the public to really get in and kind of help out if they can?
Well, I think what a lot of people forget, people that do time, they become dehumanized in the eyes of the society. They're a criminal, they're an inmate. These are actually human people. They're human beings, and people will respond the way you act toward them. Right. So, if you're aggressive toward them, people are going to be aggressive back. I don't care if you're an ex-inmate or not. If you're nice to somebody, it's surprising how well they'll respond. And that's just, I say, do everything with a dose of love. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And in Florida, we've got a much different climate than we do in New York and California, some of these other states. The New York DA just came out and is going to be soft on crime. They're going to actually stop bail on certain things. So I'm going to play a clip here because it has a lot to do with what we're going to talk about. I'm going to play a quick quick clip here.
Last week, the city's new district attorney, Alvin Bragg, issued his Day 1 Policies and Procedures memo. It included new guidance on jail time for convicted criminals. The new policy says the city will only seek prison time for those convicted of serious felonies like murder, rape, or domestic abuse. The majority of other charges, though, including drug crimes, resisting arrest, and prostitution, will all no longer result in incarceration, while the DA also urged prosecutors to stop seeking bail requirement for all those awaiting trial.
So a zero bail type approach.
Right, and kind of codifying that. These policies were especially controversial given the city's crime surge in the last year or two. Shootings, grand larceny, and homicides have all nearly doubled since 2019, which has many New Yorkers furious, saying this type of legislation won't actually help curb that problem.
Well, all these policies have consequences, so we'll see how New Yorkers respond as they go into effect.
Yeah, so one of the ways they're responding is they're leaving the state in droves. And then secondly, what about the police officers here that have to, deal with these, so if somebody resists arrest, they're not going to go to jail. And then you have the policy of no bail. So luckily in Florida, we've got a different climate here. Thomas, tell us what you're seeing from a legislative standpoint.
Well, we're very tough on crime here. And that's over the last several years, there have been the same bills introduced over and over. Right now, a person, when they're convicted, they do 85% of their time if they exhibit model behavior while in prison. They would like to lower it to 65%, but that's gone. That has faced extreme opposition over the years. Also, because we have some of the highest life or incarceration rates in the nation, we have a lot of old people in prison, people in their 70s and 80s. And those people cost the Department of Corrections huge money just in their medical care. So there's been talk over the years about, hey, we should let those people out. Really, it doesn't aid society at all, because when those people come out, they're going to get onto Social Security and Medicaid, and it's still going to be a burden on society. But now they're no longer on the DOC payroll. The other thing they talked about is just elderly in general. There's the elderly and the sick. So they got two different bills. One just let out elderly people, one to let out sick people. And like I say, over the years, these have been introduced and they've always been shot down. But this is Senator Jeff Brandis' last year of being in legislation. And he has vowed, he's always been the author of these bills. He has vowed to do whatever it'll take to make those bills pass this year. As a matter of fact, I sent him an email the other day and told him I would do whatever I could do to help him if he needs some knowledge about what goes on in the prisons, what goes on in the courts, because I've been through it. And not only have I been through that myself, but I've been through it now with helping a lot of people come out and readjust to society. And the biggest problem we have in the prisons right now, the prisons truly have become penal institutions. There is no rehabilitation going on because the funding is so tight. They don't run any classes anymore. They don't run any programs. Those guys just sit in there. And all they do is they sit in their cell. As a matter of fact, they don't even have enough guards on duty anymore to let guys go out the yard to recreation.
Wow.
So people are sitting in their jail cells, in their prison cells now 23 hours a day, other than to go grab chow. And the chow was worse than ever, too, because of the budget cuts. It's really a bad situation. And Mark Inch, the Department of Corrections Secretary who just resigned, he stated that we are at a boiler point situation, just like New Mexico was years ago when there was a huge riot in the New Mexico prisons.
Yeah,
we're there now, and he's afraid that there's going to be a huge riot. People are sleeping on the floors. The food is bad. There's no education. The guys and the women are getting fed up, and there's going to be a riot, and there's going to be a lot of dead people from that.
Oh man!
So we are in a bad situation. We need to do something to lessen the population. And I've told the Department of Corrections, you release those old men, I will find places for them. Release the medical and the medically needy and the sick, we'll find places for them. So that's my offer to help. We'll see how far it goes.
Yeah, we're talking with Thomas YOUNK here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. And Cons Helping Cons, Free to Serve is his Facebook page. And he's doing a lot of good work out there in the community, helping these prisoners that once they're released, help them get reacclimated back into the community. So doing a lot of great work out there. And yeah, it's such a fine line with people that have committed crimes. They've served a long time. They're aging in the prison system. And yeah, it's costing the taxpayers a lot of money. And, maybe they're fully rehabilitated. They know they did wrong 10, 20, 30 30 years ago, whatever the numbers are. It's such a complex case to look at, or thing to look at. But the thing that would make sense, and I know Captain Will Smith was working on having his book become released in the system. And then, so final thoughts on that, Thomas. Those types of programs. Hopefully, there's hope there.
Well, and the other thing too is that we haven't talked about it today, but when I'm working with these people, I mentor them, and they know and they trust me because I've been in their shoes. So when they have a concern about anything, they know to call me, and I never get angry with them. I never chastise them. I help them with whatever their question is because that's what's on their mind that day.
Right.
So actually, that's why we have such a great success rate. And that's why I'm offering to the DOC, I'll do the same thing with all these other folks. Let them out. Let me work with them. Let me get them on a track to at least be living as a tax-paying, responsible citizen. And that's our goal.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, keep up the good work out there, my friend, and doing God's work for sure. And thanks so much for all you're doing. Thomas YOUNK, Cons Helping Cons, free to serve on Facebook. Stop by his Facebook page, at least give him a like and maybe follow him, and try to help him if you can. Thanks a lot, Thomas.
Thank you.
My pleasure. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got Manny Febre Frameworks, longtime friend of the program, and professional photography, real estate photography, drone videos, and all types of good stuff coming up here with Manny. And we have our feel-good story of the day. Newport Richey seniors help the homeless stay warm during the winter. Our feel-good story coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Dennis Prager here for Brandon and Lindsay Rhymes, owners of the Platinum MVP.
State team here in Tampa Bay, and you can reach us at 813-750-0550. Call or text 813-750-0550. ConsumerQB.com.
Hey, Brandon Rhymes here, host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, owner of Platinum MVP Realty, and a top listing agent in Tampa Bay, featured in Florida Realtor Magazine, Top Agent Magazine, The Business Journal. We're looking for inventory. Attention sellers, we need more inventory to sell. If you're a seller on the fence thinking about selling your property, we want to hear from you. Free comparable market analysis. Check out consumerqb.com.
Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
Have you desired more income and more freedom in your life? Now is your time. Keller Williams Realty has just launched our own real estate school, and you can get licensed for free. I'm Brandon Rhymes, host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, owner of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. And for the first 3 people who reach out, I will personally coach you. 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. ConsumerQB.com. ConsumerQB.com.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We like to help you win in your real estate deals, whether you're buying, selling, or investing. We like to help you win in those deals. A lot of challenges with the buying side. Of course, there's limited inventory. You keep hearing about it. But there's ways that we can help you. There's strategies. There's certain types of addendums. There's lots of things we can do to help you there. Now, on the list side, we're going to help you maximize the exposure, and that's going to help you maximize the profit on the sale of these real estate properties. So we got a hot listing here I will let you know about. 13335 County Line Road. This is a commercial property we've got listed. This is up in Pasco, Hernando County. Now, this is, I believe it was 7 acres or so, 5 acres, rezoned from AG to commercial. So you got commercial zoning already in place. So this would be perfect for a self-storage facility, something along those lines, maybe a boutique hotel. Lots of opportunity here. 13335 County Line Road. This is Spring Hill, Florida. You're right next to the villages of Avalon and Public Shopping Plaza. Also, 5602 Land O'Lakes Boulevard, another commercial property that we've got listed. This is a C2 zoning, 6.91 acres. So you got 2 parcels of land, and it's an amazing opportunity for builders and investors and developers. 5602 Land O'Lakes Boulevard in Land O'Lakes. Great opportunity here in beautiful Tampa Bay. And you can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And I want to give a shout out to our friends at Replenish IV Solutions. Stephen and Lisa Gunnan, longtime friends of the program here. And if you go into their Gandy location, they've got multiple locations across Tampa Bay, Wesley Chapel now, Carrollwood area. Plus, they will come to you. They will deliver. A nurse will come to you, and they will hook you up with a vitamin infusion drip. It's going to boost your immunity, and a lot of people are looking for that right now. I go in at least once a month, and I get hooked up with the vitamin infusion drip, the vitamins, B's, C's, all the good stuff. And you can actually add in a lot of extras as well. So they've been adding in some extra zinc for me, extra D, and other things. So great opportunity. Reach out to Stephen and Lisa Gunner, Replenish IV Solutions. Let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. All right, we got Manny Febre back in studio or on the line here. Febre Frameworks. Hey, Manny.
Hey, how's it going, Brandon?
Doing great, my friend. So you've recently appeared, and you guys have been featured many times on HGTV, some of their House Hunter shows.
Yeah, man, they reach out to us locally here, and we're one of the top real estate marketing companies across the state of Florida. So we get a lot of attention from people trying to get some really good videography and photography for their shows, marketing material, etc. So we get involved a lot with sponsoring events as well for realtor conventions and stuff of that sort. So we like to give back to the community and make sure that we can kind of keep our finger in there with all the different realtors. And, as far as realtors, 40% of the realtors across the nation are all from Florida, Texas, California, and Phoenix. So we got one of the largest populations of realtors.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So, I was doing some research because, we're trying to figure out other expansion states, and we're just like, wow, Texas, Florida, California, and Phoenix all have the 40% of the majority of realtors.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
And so your company is Febre Frameworks. You and your brother, Sean, you guys started this company about 5 or 6 years ago, if I recall, and just have really grown to be, an award-winning, one of the top real estate photographers in the area.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Brandon. We stuck with you, throughout the 5 years because we love the show and we love being a part of it, and we love seeing all the growth within all the individual expert contributors. I mean, we've seen a lot of businesses grow with the radio show, so I'm happy to be here. And, the biggest thing is as a real estate photography company, we know today it's a visual world. I mean, the image is everything. And the people that tell the stories behind the images are the photographers. And this is especially true in the real estate market. As of 2021, the National Realtors Association said all generations, the older ones, the newer ones, they're all going to online platforms to look at properties. So that the first impression of the exterior home is one of the most valuable ones. Actually, almost 95% of the people looking at houses for the first time really look at the exteriors of the home. So, everybody wants a nice home that they can show off to their family and friends. So curb appeal is huge, and that's where we come in and we can actually show the house at its best form.
Yeah.
So we enjoy doing it. And, as the industry grew, then we got the drone photography. And now you're getting even more. You're getting a lot more people now looking at homes online because of the drone photography, looking at the areas. I mean, me, myself.
No doubt.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Manny, let's finish that thought when we come back on the other side. Manny Febre Frameworks here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Follow our podcast as well, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. You can find us everywhere. We're going to be right back after this short break. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, here we go. Stand by, everybody.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, shout out to Victor with Chad Irrigation, the official irrigation and sprinkler company of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Victor, Chad Irrigation, they do a great job with all your irrigation needs. They've helped us out on some of our real estate properties. They can pump it out of a local body of water if you have a lake or a pond, or, of course, drill down and reach into the earth there and put the sprinkler system in your yard. Victor, Chad Irrigation, they do such a great job. Great company to work with. And a couple of hot listings here. I've got 2 property listings on Nebraska Avenue right here in Seminole Heights in Tampa. 2 commercial properties, 4214 North Nebraska Avenue. You got a dry cleaner available for sale, corner lot, all the equipment's included, real estate and equipment included at 4214 North Nebraska Avenue. Dry cleaner available for sale, and you got 2 bathrooms in there. You got about 2,500 square feet, located in Seminole Heights. Great opportunity to own real estate here in Tampa Bay. Also, we've got 4302 North Nebraska Avenue. This is a professional office space currently being utilized as a CPA office. You got your own private billboard as well. So it's a billboard that's grandfathered in, 40,000 plus vehicles a day driving by. 4302 North Nebraska Avenue. These 2 properties are side by side, by the way, right here in Tampa Bay. About 2,100 plus square feet, spacious office building located in Seminole Heights, wood flooring, decorative fireplace, corner lot, 40 to 50,000 vehicles a day passing by, and your own private billboard. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
All right, we're talking with Manny Febre here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Febre Frameworks, real estate photography. They do other types of photography as well. And you're in the middle of an expansion here. You're looking to grow into other markets, Manny?
Yeah, what we're doing is we're just going to finish off Florida, because we're in most of the major metros, Jacksonville, Orlando, Tampa, and Miami. So now we're just kind of the fill-in cities, which is Gainesville, Ocala, the Panhandle, Destin, Pensacola, all those areas. We're going to go ahead and finish off the year and make sure that we're in all those territories. And then at that point, we're going to go ahead and go over the state border and head over to Georgia and hit up Atlanta, because we know it's a really popular market with all the new movie producers coming here, and real estate market's really increasing as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a hot market. Speaking of Georgia, that was a great game. Did you see the end? I couldn't stay up. I can't stay up as late as I used to, especially when it gets dark earlier. But what a great game.
Yeah, no, I was happy, to see Georgia pull it off. I mean, Alabama's won plenty. Let's give somebody else a chance. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. It's competitive sports. Yeah. Obviously, the best team should win, but it's nice to see a different team win, and Georgia deserved it. They had a good quarterback that came in clutch, so I was happy to see that.
Yeah, I like the underdog story too. He was a non-recruited, kind of a walk-on type guy. He's 5'11" or so. He's not this big prototypical 6'4" or 5 guy. But yeah, Stetson did a great job as quarterback. So interesting game. So Manny Febre here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We talk about real estate photography. We talk about drones as well. And then, of course, this virtual staging, some opportunities there for virtual staging. So sometimes people say, hey, well, my home's not quite ready. I think it's a little bit cluttered. Talk about some of that virtual staging that you can do.
Yeah, I don't know how many times, as a realtor, Brandon, you go into a listing, you're like, oh my God, there's a huge treadmill in the living room. How are we going to move this? How are we going to make it look less cluttered? So now we have a new way to remove items, because we used to add items as well. So if you have a complete vacant home and there's nothing in the home and you want to give the buyer some imagination, we would throw in some modern or contemporary, whatever kind of whatever you're looking for furniture. As far as furniture, we'll put it in there for you. But now we've gotten a technology where we can remove cluttered rooms. So there's no need to move anything. We can literally remove the item from the room virtually, then restage it with some nice modern or contemporary furniture, which is great. It saves the realtor time and money, and then as well, it does save the homeowner money, because most of the time when you have to purchase staging, you're looking at $3,000 to $5,000, whereas with virtually staging a photo, you're looking at anywhere between $35 to $40, depending on how many you get. So we're actually saving time, we're saving money, both to the realtor and the homeowner, and we're making the house look even better as far as presentation online. So we're always trying to innovate. Innovation is what creates a bigger industry, and it creates more opportunities for us. And that's what we're all about. We're all about innovating.
Yeah, innovation. I like it as well on commercial properties when you're trying to highlight a certain area, and you can take the opening shot, that first picture that people see, and you can add in some of the different chain retailers or the anchor stores that you might talk about, like a Walmart or a Target, etc., and other types of food restaurants. So you can kind of give that view. So I like that part that I utilize on my commercial listings as well.
Yeah, no, and the Matterport's done a lot for commercial listings, because it's all different between commercial and residential. A lot of people in commercial are looking for how old is the AC unit, how old is this? Even though in residential you're looking for the same thing, but commercial, it just seems like the pictures don't matter as much. It's all the what it's actually put together is what they really care about at the end of the day. So the Matterport has been helping out a lot with people looking at commercial buildings and trying to see whether they want to buy it or not. And this also helps out for people out of state that really want to look at the property, but the pictures sometimes don't tell the best story. And when you got the Matterport, you can literally walk through the house like you're on Google Street and see every piece of the ceiling, the windows, everything. So it's really a big advantage for us, and also for the shopper out there online.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you just joined us, we're talking with Manny Febre. He's the owner with Febre Frameworks, him and his brother Sean. And also, you've heard Jeanette on the program as well. So real estate photography, you do other types of photography as well, just outside of that.
Yeah, absolutely. We also do headshots too. I mean, headshots is one of the biggest things that I see a lot of people that take forever to update. But really, I mean, at $70 a pop, where we're at right now, to get 3 good pictures, I mean, we do them, 48-hour turnaround. You come in, you get an outfit change, and there you got a couple professional pictures to use on marketing for your business card. So we also do that. We do weddings. We do product photography. Of course, real estate photography is 90% of our business, and that's what we really is our bread and butter. But as we continue to try to become an Uber of photography, we're also integrating by doing headshots, weddings, food, products, and we're going to continue to innovate to try to get into the commercial side of it with more on the engineering and construction aspect of the business.
Yeah, and I've seen some beautiful shots of the beaches and things of that nature as well for downtown Tampa as well. That's sort of different, even like Gasparilla and some of those different places. You can do that as well.
Yeah, we definitely love we definitely love most of the people that do work for us. They are photographers at heart. So this is a different kind of job where a lot of people that come to us, they actually enjoy photography. So they do a lot of projects on the side, and we put it together, and then we're able to kind of show it off. Gasparilla, St. Patrick's Day. We always love kind of creating little videos to kind of show what the best parts of Tampa and the state of Florida. But we're also now wanting to help small businesses recover from the pandemic. So we are doing little commercials for small businesses so that they can use that for social media and advertise themselves. And we're doing it at a very affordable price for them.
Excellent. All right. Where can people find you, Manny?
You can find us at FebreFrameworks.com, and if you want to book, it's FebreFrameworks.com/book us.
All right. Awesome. Thanks for joining us on the program, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Brandon. Have a good day.
My pleasure. You too. All right. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we've got Douglas Clark. He's going to be on the program here, Ours Creole Smokehouse. He is our local area restaurateur, expert contributor. Talk about supply chain, labor, and also his awesome restaurant menu over there in Tarpon Springs. We'll be right back after this short break. Don't go anywhere.
The Consumer Quarterback Show will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hey, Brandon Rhymes here. We are looking for real estate investors. We've got a new relationship bringing us a tremendous amount of off-market real estate investment opportunities. So text the word investor to our hotline, 813-750-0550. Off-market real estate investment opportunities. Text investor to 813-750-0550. Brandon Rhymes here, Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, looking for real estate investors. Send us a text. Hey, Brandon Rhymes here for Cleaning Commandos here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Cleaning Commandos are hiring, and they're offering competitive wages, flexible hours, relaxed atmosphere, and a sign-on bonus. Reach out if you'd like a career with the Cleaning Commandos here in Tampa Bay. Info at cleaningcommandosllc.com or call 813-750-0550, 813-750-0550. Cleaning Commandos, Consumer Quarterback Show. Looking for a venue to host your next business or family event? Make it Largo Event Center. The Consumer Quarterback Show has used the Largo Event Center, and the hall and service you get is fantastic. Over 8,500 square feet of meeting space, perfect for events, expos, and trade shows. Upstairs offers space for smaller meetings and groups to include use of their lounge and game room. Plenty of room outside for car shows or food truck events and concerts. Largo Event Center is just west of US 19 on 126th Avenue. For booking and details, visit largoeventcenter.com. That's largoeventcenter.com. Or call Guy at 727-776-3442.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here. Consumer Quarterback Show powered by the Platinum MVP team. Keller Williams Realty, always helping you win in your real estate deals if you're buying, selling, or investing. I want to give a shout out to Veteran Gutters. Brandon Porter and his team do a great job with all things gutters, residential, commercial properties, American-made product. Brandon Porter, Veteran Gutters. Make sure you let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. And every day we like to tell you something positive here in our feel-good story of the day.
Tell me something good.
All right, so at the Tall Pine Clubhouse in Newport Richey, senior citizens are giving back by putting together plastic mats for the homeless. GN is quoted by saying, it lifts them up, providing them a soft place to lay their heads at night. That's Gian Fahey. And she started making blankets out of plastic as a way to give back to her community in 2010. She's quoted as saying, we have a lot of families that were evicted in the spring of 2021, and they came to us and said, we really need your mats, end quote. She calls her effort Hands for Our Homeless. They're bug-free, they're insulated from the elements, and she now has recruited a whole host of seniors like Diane Zinup to help. Once I got started, I just found everything was heartwarming to be able to help those, especially those who be able to recycle, to be able to use recycled goods that would have otherwise ended up in landfills or the oceans. So that's what they said. Newport Richey seniors help the homeless stay warm during the winter. There you have it. That's our feel-good story of the day. I just love that feel-good segment, and a lot of people were evicted. Look at what happened with the the COVID precautions, the COVID lockdowns, the Chinese virus. You see the effect of that, and a lot of the lenders would issue these moratoriums on the mortgage payments, and then landlords, of course, were not able to evict. But all that comes to a head at some point. People have also misconceptions. They think it might be a forgiveness of their mortgage payment, but it's not. It actually accumulates a lot of times. So unfortunately, a lot of people are going to be seeing, I believe there's going to be an uptick in foreclosure activity coming up just from the way that's all played out. So I feel bad for some of those folks. And, there's jobs out there. That's the other side of it. There's jobs availability. And we're going to talk about some of that labor supply chain and labor as well with Douglas Clark, Ours Creole Smokehouse. Hey, Doug. Doug, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, there he is. Ours Creole Smokehouse. We got the owner on the line and the chef, Douglas Clark. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How about yourself, buddy?
Excellent. Everything's so good. Last meal, we just thoroughly enjoyed it. We had some oysters. We had some of the fried fish was awesome. And the beet salad, my wife and my mother-in-law absolutely loved the beet salad. It was just amazing. And then the scallops.
Grandma's pickled beets.
Yeah, is that what it was? We were curious how you did that. Yep, that's great.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the menu, Doug.
So, we're still just looking around, shopping around, prices, I are probably going to continue to go up. So obviously we're making some moves and trying to figure out. I was actually in a trip over the, after New Year's Day for a few days. I went to Missouri deer hunting. A buddy of mine has a ranch up there, and his father-in-law actually runs a cattle, and so we're looking to purchase our own cows, and instead of with the rise. I mean, for example, ribeyes. I mean, you just got to go to Publix and look at it. They're doing like $20-something a pound, skirt steak, $20 a pound. So we're just trying to figure out a way to keep costs down for us to provide a quality meal at a decent price. And we're trying to keep heads in beds.
Yeah, or vertically integrate. I love that idea. I grew up in a small country town, South Florida, called LaBelle, just east of Fort Myers, kind of close to Lake Okeechobee down there. And a lot of my friends were either farmers of some sort, Orange Grove, but the other was cattle. So that's an interesting idea.
Yeah, so a good friend of mine, he raises his own, and then when I was up there, I tasted this beef, and I was like, wow, this is like really good. And I go, I asked him, I said, man, did you cut this as any kind of pork when you at the slaughterhouse? He said, no, that's all natural. And he went into the story by it, and how this guy, his father-in-law, I mean, just like it's up in Spring Creek, Missouri, just amazing animals. And after I ate it, I said, I gotta have this at the restaurant. So we're working on trying to figure something out and how we're going to get it down here. And the whole idea of it, it's a quality ingredient, and it's a local farmer, and he takes pride in what he's doing. And, it's almost like giving back to the small guy. Without the it's just a way to keep the price down without having to it looks like we're price gouging. Really, we're not. We're just trying to make money with that.
Right.
The increased labor. Hourly wage, you can't just, the new age is, it's upon us. And, if you don't stay creative, especially in a small business, you're probably going to get run over.
Yeah. Well, it's been a tough year. It's been a tough 18 months with inflation, and basically it's a 30% tax on middle income and lower income, and of course a lot of the rich have gotten richer with their tech companies, social media companies. So there's been a transfer of wealth, and you're a business owner, a small business owner, just like I am, in just different industries, real estate industry. We're talking with Douglas Clark here, Ours Creole Smokehouse, right there in Tarpon Springs, right off of Tarpon Avenue. It's got a great restaurant. If you haven't checked them out, go check them out. It's got some awesome specials like $1 oyster nights, all you can eat ribs. I think at one point you had that. So
we still do the ribs, but it's not all you can eat.
Right.
We still keep them on. So it's a full slab. They're 2 pounds. A 2-pound slab of ribs, and we smoke them and make our barbecue sauce, and they're $16 a full rack. It's still a pretty 2 pounds of meat. It's a good deal. It's a great deal. We'll sell. I think we sold 58 of them last Thursday.
Wow.
So it's a long day, but it's well worth it. When we go through that many, and we do 75-cent drummies on Tuesdays, and we smoke those. I got some on the smoker right now. And we'll go through, a couple hundred of those on Tuesdays. So every day's been great. It's we get busier and busier, but again, that's credit to our staff here and, our vision and what we're trying to accomplish. And, we're just trying to stay ahead of the game and, trying to be a little different. We're just doing a little bit stuff different than other places, and we're going to stick to our game plan. And, hopefully we just keep grinding it, keep killing it daily, as we say around here.
Yeah, I like it. It's an awesome location, great layout. I love the layout of the property too. You got live music, you got outdoor seating, indoor seating, and a very friendly staff, Doug.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. Going back with the whole, the shortages and stuff, our double stack oven went down, this was before Christmas, and, Christmas week is a very busy week for us here. And, I called my guy, and, it was he has used and new. He had no used equipment, and nothing new was in. He had one, and, luckily I got a good rapport with him, and, he hooked me up, and that was the only one we had. So we would have been, a lot of people are waiting 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, for equipment, these new restaurants that are open. I just kind of feel, I feel for them. If you need something new, you're gonna struggle for it. You need to plan ahead of it. Make sure if you're gonna try to get something, okay, you need to, a double fryers. You're looking at like August if you want a new fryer right now. It's crazy because you just can't get it in.
Yeah,
it's a wild world out there, especially for small business. So if you don't, stay ahead of the game and figure it out, you gotta adjust to the times, and that's what we're doing here. And like you said, we take care, we take pride, and we're just going to keep grinding it daily, and keep going at it.
Yeah, there was a hashtag on Twitter going around. I think it was something like hashtag Biden bare shelves or bare shelves or something like that. A lot of restaurants, a lot of grocery stores, a lot of just the challenges with the supply chain, and it's just unbelievable. And a lot of it's self-inflicted wounds that some of these people that have never run a business, like you and I, signing the front of checks. A lot of these politicians, they've never ran anything other than an election campaign.
Correct. I firmly agree with that. Always says, why don't you, somebody come into our shoes and just see what it is on the daily grind, and get inside, get in the trenches, be in the trenches with it, your brothers and sisters, and it's almost like a war. You're battling. Every day is a battle. Every day is a battle.
That's right. And in real estate business or sales, it's like, hey, it's kind of that old metaphor of you kill what you eat, or you eat what you kill. Literally, you got to go out there and get the deals. You got to get the listings. You got to work your sphere. You got to do make those calls, have the follow up. And so it's self-employed. And luckily here in the state of Florida, we've got, a great governor. I just saw one of the news printouts that I get every morning. It says Florida governor makes escape to Florida shirts. It says escape to Florida on the front. It kind of has an arrow pointing down and, kind of mocking the lockdown, states. And so it's kind of having fun at the expense of the COVID fearing woke, it says, is the T-shirt.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. The state of Florida is kind of, they've battled for us, and, it's really up to us as the small businesses to keep because let's not beat around. It's a tourist state, but it's becoming more and more of a living state. And I'm not sure what the total number is, but all you got to do is just drive up and down the coast from Newport Richey all the way down to St. Petersburg and just take a look at all the small little mom and pop shops that keep a lot of people employed, and, with the rising costs, it's just, hopefully a lot of people don't complain when they see increases in, shirts, or anything like that. It's just, everything is going up, and it's just, hopefully everybody just takes a step back and, and understands that, these small places, there's people that are working there that live, in the little city, and that's their job. We got to support the little guys. We got to support, stick together, and everybody needs to support each other, especially in small little cities.
That's right. Yeah, Travis Tritt had a song famous back in the 90s. I think it was "Lord Have Mercy on the Working Man." You know, it's like, that's it. And you got to be more. You got to be more forgiving too. When, you know, if it's somewhere, you know, with service or whatever it is. You know, these business owners are doing what they can with what they got, and we're trying to make it happen.
We went out to eat.
Where can they
we
find
went
you?
out to eat one day. They can find us at 310 East Tarpon Avenue. You know, and you know, like we're open 5 days a week. 5 o'clock on every day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and you know, we stay open, and we, you know, till 10 o'clock. Live music every weekend, every third Thursday. You know, MLK Day's coming up. We got the little jazz band playing, and you know, be good to each other out there. Let's just say it like that. You know,
There you
everybody
go.
needs to keep grinding.
310
Keep killing
East
it.
Tarpon Avenue, Ours Creole Smokehouse. Say hello to Douglas Clark, and thanks, Doug. We'll see you next time. Another great show. I want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Call Brandon Rhymes at 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show.